Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, there is so much anticipation as Oregon meets Indiana. You remember the beatdown from last season. That was one of the most iconic plays of the college football playoff. The pick six early in the game to really set the tone. But Oregon, Dante Moore has redemption on his mind. He knows that he is a better version of himself this season, and he can't wait to prove it against Indiana today. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Hoosiers ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Dante Moore is complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
Now from inside the red zone. Snagged out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. The run inside. It's Richard. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on that field.
Here's a little room there. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. They almost went end-to-end and housed it. Now a chance to stick it in the end zone. 1st and 10 from the red zone. Running inside. It's Beebe.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Unloads it left. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago. Because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
Here's more to throw. Fires to the right. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
He's going to run it. Open space at the 25. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
More play action. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, The tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
On the run, it's Davison. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Chunked it away just as he was hit.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Throwing more. Unloads to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And the offense about to dial up its 10th play of this drive. Gets the back moving. Moore. Throws to the tight end. Big guy smells it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Big fella moving. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Go straight ahead. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration.
Looking for the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ducks! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Gonna run it. It's Beebe. Runs through the tackle. Still on his feet at the 45. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the 8.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays.
Got a little grass. Brought down at the 23. It's a 15-yard pickup to get them way out of their own end.
That's not what the offense was expecting, but it's perfect, right? You just want to run the ball, come out of your own end zone, create some space, boom, I'll do you better. I'll give you a first down, move that ball way down the field, create a lot of space.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Complete to the right. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Dante Moore. Here comes the heat. Complete to the left. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Moore to the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. Could not make his way to the corner.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. At the 30. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Using his legs, it's Richard. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today. Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll send out the kicker here. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's more. Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Offense gets set for second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo. From the gun on third down. He'll let it go to the left. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And the big play starts with the protection up front. This takes a long time to develop. He's going to start all the way on the right side, run all the way across the field, so you got to have protection. He hangs in there, throws the football perfectly. The big play, the big touchdown.
And right down the middle. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit. Keep him from getting the sideline. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Let's send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Stepping to the right. He'll pull it down and run. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
It makes it really tough on a defense when you got a dynamic quarterback that you can roll out. You bootleg him to the right here. The defense has to now recover quickly, chase the guy out there. Oh, wait, I still got to cover wide receivers down the field. I still got to cover other guys.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Safe little shovel pass. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job.
Throws toward the end zone. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little too far out of the back. It's incomplete. So the pass interference in the end zone will have the ball placed at the 2. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll call a timeout. Play clock running short. It was down to 5 before the stoppage. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Release to the back. This time he's got his man. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He's looking to throw. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And earlier this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Here's more to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense in the sudden change situation. They've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, after that miss, we are still sitting on a 5-point game. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with a look in on Iowa State in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. The run inside. It's Richard. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw, it's Hoover. Complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Hoosiers moving quickly to the line.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to get it through the air. Got the back over the middle. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. He'll set up to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Gets it to the back. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Throwing more. Under fire. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Moore will throw. This one's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dante Moore wants to throw again, using the quick game. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Moore. Going to try to get it himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. He wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air. Plucks it out of the air. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, Oh, I see the quick pass. Now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. Got his man on the right. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down. Moore to the air again. Touchdown, Oregon! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I think in plays like this, David, when you're down by the goal line on fourth down, you've got to dial something up that you know you can execute in your sleep. And the QB and his target, they look like they've been doing that for years in practice.
And it used to be run, show your physicality. Now, man, space, numbers, the passing game developing. You could tell, you're right. Right on rhythm, right in time, big fourth down conversion.
Dante Moore. They're working that left side. They get it into the end zone. Two-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Richard. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking for space. It's Richard. Finding some room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Steps away to find some room. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
This defense prides themselves on effort and pursuit. Quarterback there did a great job scrambling, so much so that he was able to get downfield, and it looked like it was going to be a big play, but all that pursuit from the defense and their effort getting to the ball, knocking it out, and coming away with a big turnover.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
The throw to the outside is complete. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit out, sir."
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Sends it back in motion. Here's Moore to throw. The screen, and watch out. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Got his man down the middle. And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Moore to the air. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Again, it's Moore. Here's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
The official says no good, and the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, the kicker had a chance to ice this game if he makes it, but he knocks it off the upright. We've still got a 1-possession game.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. And boy, was that last missed field goal huge. That keeps these guys in the game if they can get something going on offense right now. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Maybe a crease. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Back to pass. It's Hoover. Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Ducks. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Well, this guy's going to need an ice bath based on how he's run the football now these last 2 games, David. Back-to-back top 25 wins, in large part because of the way he's running the football. He has been physical, and it's incredible to watch him against really good defenses wear them down. He just seems to get better as the game goes on. This guy has just been a monster in recent games.
Hey, he's been an absolute monster. And I think when you're watching this team and you watch him the last 2 weeks against quality opponents and to be this physical, man, this bodes well for this team moving forward. Like, how are you not going to depend on this team or call this team one of the best teams in college football? Back-to-back weeks, physicality. You can't stop me. You know what I'm doing. We're going to run the football.
Looking deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on 1 play. Like, obviously the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. He's taking a deep shot. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from #4 there.
Now, I understand this.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. On the move is the 30. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. They just keep firing. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Throwing more. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold it.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
The Ducks will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it'll be down right there. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.